Hello, hello. We're going to simplify expressions with parentheses. There again, we will be using the distributive property, but there'll be some more things going on with these. So, I want y'all to practice these. This is a really good skill to have, can help you a lot with the questions that are on your tests. So we're going to work the 3 examples together, and then I'll have the worksheet for you to practice on your own. Alright, so our first example has -3, parentheses, 8a plus 5b, close parentheses, plus 3b. Okay, we first look within our parentheses. Can we combine anything that is in the parentheses? No, because 8a and 5b are two different kind of critters. They are unlike terms. They have different variables or unknowns. Okay, 8 has an A and 5 has a B. Can't put our antelopes and bears together. Wouldn't turn out too good. But we do have to multiply -3 times each of those terms. Because -3 here is hugging this parentheses, it means to multiply what is in the parentheses. So, I'm going to hop over using my distributive property. -3 times 8. A negative times a positive gives me a negative 24a. Now hop over again and multiply. -3 times my second term. Negative times a positive is a negative 15b. Okay, we can't leave this out. It would change the value if we leave it out. So I need to bring down plus 3b. Okay, so now we're down to this. Do we see any like terms in this expression? I see some like terms. I see bears here and bears here. So I've got -15b and I have plus 3b. Alright? So you may use your calculator for adding your positives and your negatives together. -24a, there's no other a critters here, so we'll just bring it on down. -24a. But I have a -15 and a positive 3. Turn on your calculator, clear your memory by holding down your own key and your clear key together. That gets everything out of the background. -15. Your negative key is right here next to your enter key. -15 plus 3. Plus 3. Enter. -12b. We know that is correct because if we think about our number line, here I am way down here at -15 on my number line. Oh well. Okay, if I'm at -15 and I add 3 to it, I'll just be going 3 this way, right? 1, 2, 3, because when I add, I go to the right. Where is that going to put me? Right here at -13. So -15 plus 3, going to the right, puts me at -13. But I want you to be able to use your calculator. It can save you making mistakes with those sometimes. So it's a good idea to be familiar with it. Purchase yourself one. I have the picture on the stream page. Take that picture with you so you'll be sure to get the exact calculator. This one has TI-30XS Multi-View. The one you purchase will not be yellow, it'll be a blue-green color, but be sure that it says multi-view on there. And they do sell for, I'm pretty sure they're less than $20. Okay, let's do another one. Let's get rid of that one. The next problem says 4 minus parentheses r plus 7. Okay, I had this negative outside the parentheses here. This negative is hugging that parentheses. I can replace that with a negative 1 because it's an understood 1 right there. I cannot combine anything within my parentheses because I have an r and I have a 7. We cannot add or subtract those two terms. They're unlike terms. But I have to multiply negative 1 times each of these terms. Therefore, I'm going to use my distributive property and hop over and multiply negative 1 times r. Bring down my 4 here. Negative times a positive is a negative r, or I could put negative 1r. But 1 times anything is just that thing, right? So if I said negative 1 times r, I'm going to get negative 1r. Or if I just said negative r, it's still a negative understood 1r. There's just 1r here, right? Okay, so now let's hop over and multiply negative 1 times 7. Negative times a positive is a negative. 1 times 7 is 7. So I just have negative 7. Okay, like terms. I do have like terms right here. I have a 4 right here, and I have a negative 7 here. Well, 4 minus 7, let's put it in our calculator. 4 minus 7, well, I'm taking away more than I have, right? So that's going to put me in the negative zone. So negative 3. So I'll have negative 4 minus 3. Minus negative, same thing right there. Negative 4 minus 3. If on my number line, I can think about that too. Okay, so let's see here. Let me just go ahead and put this down just for show. Okay, so we have a 4. So here we are at 4, and we're going to take 7 away from it. 4 minus 7. So let's count down. Since we're subtracting, we're going to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where does that put us on our number line? At negative 3. Okay. Now let's do the last one on this example. We have 4 times r plus s plus 3 times r plus 2s. Okay, we've got a lot of hopping over to do on this little buddy. We cannot combine anything that is within our parentheses. R and S are different terms. They're not like terms, they're unlike terms. R and S, unlike terms. But I have to multiply 4 times each of these terms because that 4 is hugging that parentheses. And I must multiply 3 times each of these terms because 3 is hugging those parentheses. Okay, so 4 times r is 4r. 4 times S is 4S. Alright, moving over. 3 times R is 3R. And 3 times 2S is 6S, because 3 times 2 is 6, and put our S there. Now, looking at these, we have some like terms. We have our R critters here, our rats. And then, here we have our snakes. Sure don't want to put those in the same pen, because our snakes would eat our rats, right? Okay, so I have 4R, and I'm going to put 3 more R in there. Altogether, that's going to give me 7R. Then I have 4S plus 6S. That's going to give me a total of 10S. So, we have simplified it to 7R plus 10S. These will give you a lot of practice recognizing your like terms, grouping your like terms, and using your distributive property, which is a really important skill in algebra. So I will see you all next time on our next instructional video. Have fun working these.